Hello, therapy talkers. Welcome back. I'm Pauline. That's our girl, Tammy. So, what's love bombing got to do with it? Actually, no. What's love bombing got to do with abuse? So, today we're going to talk about love bombing in 4 stages. Stage 1, we're going to talk about love bombing. Stage 2, devaluation. Stage 3, the discard. And then stage 4, recovery. Once you've identified what all these things are, we got to find ways to cope and recover through this situation. So what is love bombing? Let's get right into it. According to BetterHelp, love bombing happens when an individual experiences an incredible amount of grand gestures, affection, and different acts that are meant to show appreciation and gratitude. This feels good, probably, right? In the very beginning. So in the very early stages, you are going to feel very special. You may even question if what's happening is problematic. You're going to be in this cloud 9 and you're like, but this feels so good. Is it even wrong? We'll see.
I don't want to leave if this is cloud 9, right? So, Pauline, I would like to check in with you. Sometimes you check in with me. I want to check in with you. So, I was wondering if you could go on a vacation anywhere.
Okay. What's up?
What? If you could go on a vacation anywhere, where would you go?
Where would I go? Okay, first things first, who's going to let me in?
Okay, there's that.
But let's say they do let me in. I want to go to Malta. And Malta is a very interesting country. It's one of the smallest countries out there. And it's located like in between Sicily and like North Africa. So the influences is going to be everything. I'm like obsessed with Italy in the first place. And I am definitely like have never visited North Africa. And I think it would be great. But anyway, Malta will give me that type of experience in having all of those influences in one little place.
Yeah, I've never heard of it. So I'll have to,
what about you?
Look it up. I would say Australia is on the top of my list for my big trips that I like to take coming up, or the Maldives. Am I saying that right? I just seen pictures of it, and I'm all about the ocean and the water, so I would love to do that. And I'd love to do an Australian safari. I think that would be super fun. So, yeah, that would be on my list, my short list. I have a long list, but that would be my short list right now. Yeah. So while you're here, everybody, hit like and subscribe. We want to know that you're out there, but let's continue on with our topic of love bombing. Yeah. So, Pauline, do you want to start off with stage 1 of love bombing?
Okay. So stage 1, love bombing. Love bombing can be hard to detect. Many times people hide their real motives behind layers of being kind and sweet. Sounds like a wolf in sheep's clothing or a wolf in grandma's clothing. Y'all know the story. They will go to extreme lengths to mask real intentions. They can sugarcoat things. So what this also sounds like, and for me, love bombing is a new term, but what I do know is a cycle of abuse where there's honeymoon stages, and that's what I think about when we're discussing love bombing. So Tammy, will you give us some examples of this situation?
Yeah, absolutely. So they can shower you with love and attention, favors and gifts, and we all love that. They do things to win your trust initially. They give you lots of compliments, like I said, gifts. They might do above and beyond to do nice things for you, maybe do favors for you. But later, if they're love bombing, they can and they will use it against you as blackmail or even guilt trips. The partner wants to always be around you, which isn't a bad thing. It comes alarming when your life is their life is their life, but your life is not your life. You don't really have, anything to call your own per se. You just live for them. Side note, it's very healthy to spend time by yourself, so it's not bad to want to have alone time. Once trust is earned, during love bombing stage, they begin to devalue, which brings us to stage 2, Pauline.
Okay, stage 2, devaluation. This usually starts with put downs and criticisms. So, gaslighting causes doubt. You question your perception of reality. Episode is up there. Go ahead and watch it. They use fear, guilt, anger, shame, and denial to manipulate. Text messages or phone calls can start to slow down. They may use negative reinforcement to control what you wear, watch, eat, and do. You may feel as if you are walking on eggshells. So these are types of abuse where you're being controlled on what to wear, and things like that. Your people pleasing skills will kick in, but your self confidence and self worth will suffer. So the more people pleasing you do, the less you're gonna feel like yourself. So stage 3, Tammy.
Yes, the discard. So, as with other toxic relationships, you eventually can be tossed aside. When you decide you've had enough or they've tossed you aside, you will need to feel all the feels to go through it all, go through the pain, the withdrawal, the hurt in order to heal. However, important to note, every time you reach out to the abuser after that, you're opening yourself up, or you could be opening yourself up to new hurt all over again and starting that process or that cycle again. Remember that you are not opening the door to love and connection. You're simply opening it back to the pain, and we don't want to do that. So, fourth step is recovery. So, what you need to do is call out the manipulation. Let them know how it makes you feel. Set boundaries, and we have an awesome episode on boundaries, and we'll link it up above or below. Avoid isolating yourself and finding support from other people.
All right. So I'm going to add on to meet with a professional. Here you learn how to manage your doubts, anxiety, and develop coping skills. Journal. Consider the relationship from another perspective. Replace self-criticism and blame with positive affirmations and positive self-talk. This will help you realize the truth. And I'm going to add this again. Seek professional help. This is like people are paid or paid professionals through your insurance, maybe out of pocket, are trained to really notice these things and can help you gain perspective, insight, and awareness into what you are dealing with. All right. So that was all the stages to love bombing. And so, Tammy, let's end this show.
Absolutely. So, like Pauline said, if you're struggling in this area, you can always seek out for a therapist in your area. Psychology Today, just plug in your zip code, you'll find somebody in your area, or BetterHelp, or just plain Google. You can find professional help that way. Look for a licensed helper. We adore and appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for hitting like. Thanks for subscribing. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell button to be alerted of new content, which is coming up all the time. We really appreciate you. Pauline, do you have anything you want to chat about or say?
You are wonderful. That's it. Okay, bye.